welcome to the first reading vlog of 2025. And this year we're going to start off with a bang, and we're finally going to do a little reading challenge that I've been really excited to actually start. And I feel like ever since I found my books when we were decluttering with my mom and my sister, I've just had this video idea in the back of my head for a while, and now we're finally going to do it. So without further ado, welcome to me rereading my favorite childhood books. The first book that we're actually going to read is none other than The Fault in Our Stars. I actually am obsessed with this book as well as the movie. I feel like I've watched the movie so many times but haven't read the book that much, because I feel like the only time I actually read the book was when I actually bought it for the first time, and I think that was like in middle school. So I feel like this entire reading vlog is just going to be me reading books that I was obsessed with back in middle school that I feel like I haven't read in a long time as well, and they were just like the epitome of my peak reading season. I feel like I actually started getting into reading in like middle school, and then once high school hit, I was locked in. So we're going to rewind the clock, bring it back to the old days, bring back that sense of nostalgia, and just read our old school favorite childhood books. So I'm excited to see what books we actually read in this vlog, and I'm excited to take you guys along. And so yeah, first reading vlog of the year, first little reading challenge. I feel like this year I'm going to try to do more reading vlogs because I'm actually in my reading bag. I'm so obsessed with books at the moment. I'm actually going to be buying a new book pretty soon, and I feel like this year I'm going to try to just finish series that I'm reading. I want to buy so many books because I'll end up having so many series that I haven't finished. So my goal for this year is to actually finish off series that I have and try not buying so many books and try not buying so many different series this year. But yeah, that's one of my goals, like my reading goals for this year. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I feel like I read this once and then watched the movie like a bunch. So I'm not sure if I'm going to remember 100% everything that's in this book, but I'm actually really excited to see what new things I find in this book, what things I remember, like the sense of nostalgia that I'm about to have reading this book, unmatched. Because I swear I watched this movie a bunch of times, so I'm really intrigued to read this book. But yeah, I actually started reading it this morning. As y'all would have seen, I started it off this morning in bed. The weather was giving 100% reading in bed because it was gloomy, it was raining, it was kind of chilly. So I started it this morning, and yeah, I'm so excited because I'm honestly just excited to just read cozy books, bring back that sense of nostalgia, just have like old school vibes. But yeah, I read this morning. I only stopped reading to have breakfast, but overall I'm almost halfway, so maybe I might finish it today, maybe not, because I feel like the font is so big that I'm actually like flying through this. So we'll see how much I get done today. I'll update y'all along the way. But yeah, this is our first book and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Hi guys, so today I thought I'd give you an update on how reading's going. I actually managed to finish The Fault in Our Stars, and when I tell you, that book was actually so good, and I feel like there were a lot of things that made me realize that like the movie adaptation is different from the book adaptation. And so like as I was reading, I was just like subconsciously or unconsciously like comparing the movie to the book, but I felt like a lot of things were like given more in depth in the book, and it just made the book so much better. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I actually read that so fast. I finished that book in like 2 days. So I'm just proud of myself for starting off my little reading vlog on a good note. But yeah, right now I'm actually cozied up in my mom's gown because hers is hella thick because the weather outside horrid, raining yet again. But yeah, since I finished The Fault in Our Stars, I thought I'd tell you what my next read is, and that is, drumroll please, Looking for Alaska. Yet another John Green book. I think my whole thing about like John Green was that like I feel like middle school John Green had everyone on a chokehold. If it was books or movies, it was just John Green everything. So I feel like I'm bringing back my old school, middle school vibes and just reading and watching everything relating to John Green. So finish The Fault in Our Stars. Next up is Looking for Alaska. I actually have never read this before, and I don't even think I read this when I was younger. I think my sister read it because I feel like it was in her room most of the time. So I'm interested to see what it's about. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see actually like what I actually think about it, because it's another John Green book and I 100% know I haven't read this one before. So I'm intrigued to see how it goes. So we'll see how much I get done today. And if not, I'll probably just give you guys updates along the way and see how I'm liking it. Because I honestly think I'm probably going to remember a single thing if I have read it before. And if I haven't read it before, I'm intrigued to see what my thoughts are going to be about this book. So yeah, let's get started.
Gave you my doubts and I watched them go. Gave you my fears and we took.
Okay guys, so it's later on in the afternoon now, and I thought I'd give you guys an update on how Looking for Alaska is going. Currently on page 118, so this is how much I've read, this is how much I still have to read. I'm not gonna lie, like the first like when I got to like page 80, I was still confused to like what the whole point of this book was, what the premise was. I feel like I'm reading, and I'm just like low-key getting more confused. But there's also like a countdown that's happening in the book, and I'm not really sure what the countdown is for, but I think we'll figure that out as the days go on, because right now I have 88 days before like the whole incident happens, so we shall see what the whole incident is. But so far I feel like it's an interesting book. It's like a lot of things are happening with like the characters. So yeah, there's a lot happening with the characters, and the friendship has been built with everyone, so I'm interested to see what else is going to be happening, because I feel like there's going to be like this whole drama going on with like the students and like the pranks that happen at this school in this book. Crazy. But yeah, so far so good. I feel like I've read a decent amount, so I still have a little more than halfway to go, but so far so good. Even though I am low-key kind of confused to like what the premise of the book is about, because even though I read like the blurb at the back, it didn't give much like information about the book, which I feel like is also a nice thing, because it's like I'm going in blind. And I remember, I don't think I read this when I was younger. I feel like my sister read this, so I was just on the like the whole bandwagon of like John Green. That's why I was like, okay, you know what, let me just bring it back and see if like I remember anything, and I remember nothing. So yeah, I thought I remember some stuff from like if I've read it before, but I remember nothing, which I feel like is low-key kind of nice, because now I'm going into the book kind of blind. And so I'm intrigued to see how it ends and like what else happens, since I'm not even halfway yet. So yeah, probably gonna keep reading this, and I'll update y'all probably when I'm closer to the end, and we shall see what my thoughts are, because at the beginning right now I'm just confused, trying to figure out what the whole point of the book is, trying to figure out like where it's gonna lead. But so far it's an interesting read, like it's really fun to read, and I'm just intrigued as to like what the countdown is for. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading, and I'll catch y'all a little bit later with like hopefully a better updates. Okay guys, so I've got an update for y'all. Currently on page 176 of Looking for Alaska, I have this much left, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel so much better about this book. I feel like more has happened, so that I'm understanding the characters more, understanding the situations they're all in, and I feel like right now we just got to like a really sad part. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I didn't even expect a little, would you even call it a plot twist? It was just like right after part 1 of the book ended, right? It just went downhill from there. Already, we're like right at the first chapter thing after this part. This whole part that we're reading is called Before. So this part I already know is just going to be like really sad because of what happened. And if y'all read the book, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm just really intrigued to see what happens. I'm literally 10 pages into part 2. So I feel like I don't even know that much. But like just within these 10 pages alone, it's been so sad. So I'm intrigued to see how much like happens throughout the rest of the book. I have 88 pages left, so I might finish it today, I might finish it tomorrow, we shall see. But so far, thoroughly enjoying it. I feel like this is such a better update than my first one, because I feel like when I was talking about it before, I was like low-key kind of confused as to like what the point of the book was, what everything was going, like everything that was going on. I was confused as to like what the premise was. But now I'm feeling low-key kind of better, but I'm also just like, I'll just see what happens, see where the story takes us. But yeah, overall, I'm thoroughly enjoying this right now. I'm going to try finishing up my little 80 plus pages, and then we shall see how it ends. Because now I'm actually really intrigued to see how it ends based off of this little plot twist that happened. So let me get back into it, and I'll probably update y'all. Probably when I'm about to finish or when I finish it, because considering I only have 80 pages left, there honestly can't be more plot twists, can't there? But you know what? With this book, I'm not even going to be shocked because I feel like there's always going to be something crazy going on. But yeah, let me finish this up and I'll probably update y'all when we're done. Okay guys, so I managed to binge the rest of that book yesterday. I feel like I finished the entire second half yesterday because I was just eating it up. I was so confused and just wanted to find out everything that happened. I feel like we got somewhat of a conclusion because it's like the point of the story is like, I'm not going to spoil, but then again, this book came out such a long time ago. One of their friends died, right? And so they're trying to like figure out if it was like a suicide or if it was an accident because of like the circumstances that led to her passing away. So the whole second part was just like them trying to like investigate the murder, not the murder, investigate her death and just find out everything. So I feel like that's what the whole first part, when it was like counting down the days, it was counting down the days to the incident, which was her passing away, obviously. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that book, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the first part had me confused because like I didn't know what the point was, but like the more that I started reading, I started understanding what the point was. And honestly, that whole book was about friendship, camaraderie, accepting each other for our flaws, loving our friends regardless of their flaws, and just sticking together. Honestly, liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. I read that in like 3 days, so goes to show. Really enjoyed it. And the last book that we're gonna read together is an oldie but a goodie. I'm actually so excited for this. I also realized I'm missing a few of my books because a few months back, like back in December, me and my mom and my sister were decluttering our little storeroom as we normally do whenever like all three of us are together. And I found a bunch of my books because I've been telling my mom like my books are missing, and they're just random boxes. They're in so many boxes I don't even know which boxes they are. But I found a few of them, but some of them are still missing. So our next book is a Percy Jackson book. And this is why I say I'm missing a few of my books. This Percy Jackson book specifically is the 4th one. Where number 1 through 3 are, God only knows. I honestly have no idea what they are. They're probably in some boxes, and I probably won't find them until a few months later when we go through the boxes again. So I decided this reading vlog cannot end without at least a Percy Jackson, because when I tell you this was my life, I'm not even joking. Percy Jackson, anything Greek mythology, then again anything mythology period, I was obsessed. Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Egyptian mythology, all of those things were like my life in middle school. Brought that into high school. I even did like a course on it at uni because I feel like it's just ingrained in me, like mythology. I love mythology, so can't end off this vlog without at least one mythological would you classify this as a fantasy? TBD. But yeah, I can't end this vlog without at least one mythological book, and Percy Jackson was my bag. This was essentially my childhood. So as y'all can tell, this book is ratted. Like, it is so demolished. That just goes to show, I feel like I read this so much, and also through like the traveling from like overseas to here, since it was like shipped over. I feel like that's how it got damaged, but still the book is gonna eat. The font, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of small. There's a bunch of pages as well, so we'll see how long this actually takes me to read. But I'm excited. I feel like after this I'm probably gonna like either buy 1 through 3, because I'm not sure if I have it. If not, I'll probably just like have it on like the back burner of my TBD books that I want to read, and just finish off the series that I'm currently on before. So hopefully I find the others that I can like binge all of them from beginning to end. If not, we'll see that at a later. So yeah, I'm gonna start off this book right now. Honestly, I'm so excited about this. So I feel like even my outfit is low-key kind of matching. That just goes to show how excited I am for this. But yeah, I'm gonna start this right now, and as per usual, I'm gonna update y'all along the way. This one I'm honestly more excited about, and I'm so happy we're ending off this reading vlog with a banger of a book. Okay guys, so I thought I'd give an update because I've been reading for a little while now. I took a few breaks in between because I just had to like do things, but currently on page 84, and that is what chapter is that? Chapter 4. So this is how far I've read, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I am so intrigued. I'm usually only on page 84 and I already love what's happening in the book. Guys, when I tell you this was my bag, I'm not even joking. I am like eating this up. So I think I'll actually finish this in the next few days. The level of trust that I have in myself is crazy, because this book is 361 pages and I'm only at page 84 right now. But we shall see, because I did manage to finish Faults in Our Stars in like 2 days. So yeah, we'll see how long this takes me to read, because I'm actually so intrigued. Now I just want to finish the series that I'm reading, because one thing about me, I realized like action, mythology, all that stuff, like all this like fantasy things that are like in these books, this is why I love fantasy, because it just like gets me hooked from the jump. So probably gonna spend the rest of the night reading this. We'll see how much I end up reading, so hopefully the next time I talk to you guys I'm a little further, but you know what, we shall see. But overall, I am loving it. They're literally about to start going on the quest, so I'm intrigued to see how that turns out, because based on the prophecy, it's just seeming like it's gonna be a mess. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of like twists, turns, unexpected events happening, so I'm intrigued to see how much actually happens the more I read. So yeah, let me get back into it and I'll update y'all with hopefully some interesting stuff. Okay guys, so I actually have a really good update for you guys. I managed to read so much. This is how much I have left, and when I tell you, this book has not disappointed me since page 1. Every moment from the last time I spoke to you guys, I was eating it up. I literally sat here, read every spare little moment I had. I was reading, and it's just crazy how much I actually managed to read. Currently on page 282. I literally have less than 100 pages, because this book I think ends at like 360 something. Yeah, it ends at 361. So I literally have less than 100 pages, and I honestly want to finish this by today, hopefully. So I think right now what I'm going to do is just binge as much as I can right now. So yeah, I literally just washed my hair, so I'm feeling all cozy, comfy, and everything. The weather is giving gloomy yet again. I feel like this entire vlog, the weather's just been horrid, and it's just been gloomy or rainy, and it's just honestly been the vibes to do this reading vlog. So I'm really excited. I honestly, literally so many moments I was just like shook. I literally have a line in my book where I literally underlined everything and I wrote plot twist, shook. Honest, look right here. Talk about plot twist. Exclamation, exclamation, shocked face. And that's literally on page 280. So I am thoroughly enjoying this book. Nothing has disappointed me so far, and I honestly just can't wait. This is what I say. I love action-packed books. I love like adventure things. I just love having to like complete something, and it's just like finding obstacles along the way and having to like overcome those obstacles. These are the types of book I'm obsessed with. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. So I'm gonna sit on my couch, binge the rest of this book, and honestly, I'm gonna enjoy every single minute of it. So yeah, let me get into reading. Probably update you guys when I'm done.
Siempre estoy pensando en ti también. I couldn't put some more grace in what I say to you.
Okay guys, so I finally finished the Battle of the Labyrinth, and it was actually so good. Like I previously said, from beginning till end, this book had me hooked. I feel like there was literally nothing bad to say about this book. Everything was just perfection from beginning to end. So I thoroughly enjoyed this book. But I thought right now I'd give you guys a little wrap up of all the books we've read and my ratings for all of the books. So these are the books that we read. First one we read, The Fault in Our Stars. And The Fault in Our Stars, I think I'd honestly give this book like 4 stars. I loved everything about it. It brought back the old sense of nostalgia. Everything about it was just vibes. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The font was huge, so I just read it really fast. It was like a really floppy book, so it was just like easy to read. I feel like this is the one that I read in like 2 days. So if that doesn't tell you how fast I read this and how much I enjoyed this, I have no idea what does. But I thoroughly enjoyed this book. So yeah, 4 stars for this one. Our next book that we read was Looking for Alaska, yet another John Green book. This one, I was like low-key kind of confused about what the point of the whole book was. The premise, low-key like made me kind of confused about it. And the more I read, I was just like, I was understanding the story, but I was also like, what's the point of the story? And I only got like the gist of it towards the end. So because of that, I'm gonna give this 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but like it wasn't like one of my favorite reads, and I feel like since I've read it once, I'm not gonna read it again. So it's probably like a book that like you read it just to read it, and then like after that I probably won't be thinking about it that much. So yeah, 3 stars for this one. And the last book we read, The Battle of the Labyrinth. This book honestly had me eating it up from page 1 until the end of this book. Honestly, everything was just perfection. From like the adventure, the suspense, the trials, tribulations, figuring out steps, the adventure, the friendship, everything. I loved this book so much. This was a solid 5 stars for me. Like, it's not even like a surprise at this point that this is 5 stars, because I felt like you would have seen my like expressions and me describing this book when I was like this far along. I thoroughly enjoyed this from beginning till end. But yeah, I want to read more adventure books, more suspense books. I feel like this is why I love fantasy books so much, because there's so much going on that I'm just like hooked from like the jump. But yeah, this 5 stars. I'm so happy we ended off this little reading vlog with such a great book. But yeah, overall, these were the books that we read for this little challenge that I did for myself. I'm actually really happy with the books that I've chosen and how this reading vlog went, because this year I'm trying to be more so in my reading era in terms of like filming reading vlogs for you guys and like book related content, because I read a lot on my own. I just don't film for YouTube in terms of like what I'm reading. So this year, challenging myself to make more reading vlogs for you guys, since I'm enjoying reading so much, and I was like, why not share my love of reading with you guys? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little reading vlog, and we'll see what else I get up to this year in terms of reading content and book content for you guys here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, turn notifications on so you'll be notified every time I upload, and I'll catch you in another one. Bye.